Hogfish360 asks, what type of game genre is your favorite? If I had to pick a favorite game genre, it would probably have to be platformers. Platformer games like Mario, Sonic, Kirby, games like that. But I'm not going to forget other games, like I also like adventure games like Zelda. RPGs, I like RPGs, puzzle games, strategy games. I like a lot of game genres. Usually I can find one game that I like from each genre. But again, I'm not going to go through all of those, but those are definitely my favorite genres that I mentioned. Sonic Gamer 100 asks, what is your favorite video game console? My favorite video game console is probably the Nintendo 64. It was a system I grew up with the majority of my childhood. A lot of my friends used to play that system non-stop. We used to play games like GoldenEye, Mario Party, Super Smash Bros. The original, Mario Kart 64. It was a big game for a big system for those kinds of games. And like me and my friends would always just get together and play those games non-stop. And then there's also games like Super Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Star Fox 64, GoldenEye, Ocarina of Time. You know, just a lot of games for the N64 that were very popular, and a lot of games that me and my friends just had so much fun with, and that's definitely the era of video gaming that I will never forget. It was just a very good era for video games. LMU140 asks, what is your favorite VGM? VGM, I'm assuming, means video game music. As for picking one individual track, or even a few individual tracks, that's really hard to do because there are so many great songs and so many great musical tracks out there that you definitely just can't pick one or even a few. I mean, 'cause you'd be leaving out so many good tracks. If I had to answer for just like one game in general, I'd say that Super Smash Bros. Brawl has a great collection of music from Nintendo games, from Sonic games, and Metal Gear games as well, since they are third-party games that make an appearance. And yeah, they just did a really great job with the musical tracks for that game. And I actually even have a playlist on my computer that whenever I'm like doing work, or you know, just like answering YouTube comments or something, I just put on the Brawl music and I just listen to it while doing whatever I'm doing. It's a great way to spend your afternoon. Well, listening to music anyways. Not so much the working all day, but I digress. So yeah, I'd say Brawl music is my favorite kind of video game music because they have such a huge collection and a lot of notable and awesome music tracks. CoinZ asks, what is your all-time favorite RPG game? I'd say it's Super Mario RPG or Paper Mario, one of the two. There's some things I like better about Paper Mario, and there's other things I like better about Super Mario RPG. And just to throw a few other RPGs out there, I also like Final Fantasy VII, Tales of Symphonia, and Kingdom Hearts. Crappy Cornflake asks, what is your favorite GameCube game? My favorite GameCube game, and this is actually going to be a little surprising to some of you, my favorite GameCube game is actually Tales of Symphonia. That was a very well-made RPG. I was very skeptical about even getting the game, but once I bought the game, it was amazing. It's a great RPG. Didn't really like the sequel very much, but the original was classic. It was good. I will always love that game. I will always go back to that game. It was so much fun. Tenacious WWE 619 asks, what is your favorite Wii game? Right now, my favorite Wii game is Super Mario Galaxy. A lot of fun, great Mario game, and everything worked really well for that game. Can't wait for the sequel. Psylocke asks, what is the first RPG you've ever played? The first RPG I've ever played was actually Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. I got the game because it was a Mario game, had no idea what RPG meant, but as soon as I started playing the game and as I learned more about how RPGs worked, I really got into the genre. So I really thank Mario RPG for being my first RPG and getting me hooked to the RPG genre. Desumaru asks, what is your favorite game with Mario in it? I'm gonna say 3 games: Super Mario World, Super Mario RPG: Legend of the Seven Stars, and Paper Mario. Flapperdoodle asks, which do you prefer, Mario Party, Mario Kart, or a Mario Sports spinoff? That's hard to say because I think Mario delivers on all 3 of those. I've always loved the Party games. Mario Kart, it's come a long way and it's still very fresh and very fun. And then there's some very nice sports spin-offs that have been really good as well. So it's hard to say. If I had to pick one, though, I'd probably say Mario Kart because, in my opinion, I might be wrong. I won't, maybe not wrong, it's my opinion. But, like, a lot of people might disagree with this opinion. But I think Mario Kart has always been fresh. It's always been fun. It's a blast for anyone who plays the game, in my opinion, again. I know there is an item aspect to the game that kind of displeases a lot of people, especially those who want to have a true driving test and a test of driving skill. But I think that from every Mario Kart title released, it's always been a fun-filled, spectacular, good, very well-made game. And that's just the way I see it. And I think Mario Kart has done a very good job with staying true to what it is for all these years. Albie Fox asks, which is your favorite Mario Party? And a lot of other people have asked this question as well. Well, it's hard to say because there are 2 Mario Party games I really like. Mario Party 1 and Mario Party 2. One thing I've kind of noticed about playing those 2 games, if you want a longer, like 35 or 50 turn game, Mario Party 2 would probably be better. But if you want to play like a very short 20 turn game, I think Mario Party 1 is actually better. So I've kind of noticed that between the 2 games. If I had to pick an all-time favorite, though, I'd probably lean more towards Mario Party 2. I just think that that game was a little more polished than Mario Party 1. I like a lot of the mini-games in Mario Party 2 a little better than Mario Party 1. And overall, it was just a really great game with a lot of content. But Mario Party 1 was definitely a great start to a pretty good franchise. Yoshi Slim asks, what is your favorite Mario Party land? I'll just name all my favorite boards from every Mario Party game. In Mario Party 1, my favorite board is probably Luigi's Engine Room. I've just always been a big fan of that board. I think it moves pretty smoothly. And there aren't too many things to worry about. The constantly opening and closing of the red and blue gates can get kind of annoying. But I wouldn't say it's that big of a concern. You can usually try to control that somehow. In Mario Party 2, it's very close between Horrorland and Spaceland. I'd probably give the edge to Horrorland because it's a much bigger board, and there are a lot of different features, and all the features are pretty badass. So, yeah, Horrorland would probably be my favorite for Mario Party 2. In Mario Party 3, it's very close between Waluigi's Island and Spiny Desert. I'd probably give the edge to Waluigi's Island, though. I thought it was unique how the whole island is a giant trap, even though it can be very frustrating sometimes. In Mario Party 4, favorite board is probably Goomba's Greedy Gala. I think in my playthrough I actually said it was my least favorite, but after playing it a few times after the project, and during the project for that matter, I've actually kind of grown to like it. I like how it's kind of a gambling aspect of a Mario Party board, but it isn't that difficult to maneuver or get through. Mario Party 5, probably Pirate Dream. None of the levels in that game really excited me very much, but I'd say Pirate Dream was probably the best. Mario Party 6, for some reason I really like Fair Square. Like, don't ask me why. I've always liked that board. I think it's just kind of unique how during the day you can buy a star normally, but during the night you actually have a chance to buy more stars at once, and then you can also buy them for either less or sometimes more coins. So I thought that was kind of cool. In Mario Party 7, my favorite was probably Windmillville. I personally didn't like really any of the boards in Mario Party 7. but Windmillville was probably the best one, I guess. I thought it was kind of cool how you could invest in windmills, and how, like, as you kept going on, the windmills would be worth more stars, and then the highest investor would be the owner of the stars, which was kind of a cool concept, and I'm glad they reused it for Mario Party 8. And for Mario Party 8, my favorite board is probably Goomba's Booty Boardwalk, just because I like how it's just a single straight line. It reminded me of a lot of old board games that I played as a kid. How you could go up and then you could use the different board features to get around more quickly. And yeah, that was a pretty cool board.